Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. From today, we're going to begin a new series, and we're going to look at 11 different beers from the Kyoto Brewing Company. And these are fairly recent beers that they have produced, and I visited their tap room not too long ago and picked up these 11 bottles. And Kyoto Brewing Company is located in, of course, Kyoto, which is one of the ancient capitals of Japan. They started in the year 2015. They've been going a little over 5 years now. And they were founded by three people, an American, a Canadian, and a Welshman. And full disclosure, I know all three of them, and I have known the American who is the head brewer for a number of years when he was a home brewer, even before he started brewing. He used to bring us his home brew, beer drinking friends, and we would sample it and give him our impressions, and he was an excellent home brewer. He also studied in the U.S., and he did an internship at Lost Abbey down in Southern California. And then in Japan, he did an internship at one of the very best craft breweries in this country, which is Shiga Kogen Beer. So he got a lot of experience, and they started in 2015, and they were named the best new brewery in Japan for that year by Rate Beer in the Rate Beer Best rankings. And they were also, in 2019, the last year, they were also voted the best brewery in Japan by Rate Beer Best. So they have been around again for 5 years. They have a tap room, which is now has limited access due to the coronavirus. You can go in and buy beer and sit outside and drink, but they haven't opened the upstairs seating area yet. And they're open on weekends primarily, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Occasionally they open for on holiday weekends. They may open a little longer than that. They have three main flagship beers, which you can buy on their website. And they also have two seasonal lines. One is called the Kimagure line, and that's generally pale ales or IPAs, things like that. And their second seasonal line is Shunka Shuto, which is, they're generally saisons. And these are 4 quarterly beers following the seasons. So Kimagure will have a spring version, a summer version, etc. And Shunka Shuto actually does mean spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So they come out, so they have 2 seasonal lines, 4 beers each in each one, so 8 seasonal beers a year. But they put out a lot of one-offs too as well, quite a few beers. On Rate Beer, in fact, they list 168 different beers, and this is as of October. So in 5 years, they have made that many different beers. And on Untapped, 137, so they haven't got quite all of them yet. And the average rating for their beers is 3.71 on Untapped. So they have been quite successful critically, and right now fortunately they got into bottling and online sales before the coronavirus really hit hard here. And so they've been able to keep things going with that, and their tap room open as well. So let's look at 11 different beers from this wonderful brewery in Kyoto, and we're going to start. And here we are now with another beer from Kyoto Brewing Company. It is the last one among this batch of 11 which we have been looking at. If you're interested to go back, you can check the playlist. I have a playlist for Kyoto Brewing Company. And this beer is kind of a special one. It was made as kind of in conjunction with the movement started by Weathered Souls Brewing in San Antonio to help fight, as they say on the bottle, to help support justice and equality for people of color. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that this year of 2020 was filled with lots of concerns and lots of demonstrations about equality for people of color. We had the murder of George Floyd, the murder of Breonna Taylor, so many events and so much police brutality. And these breweries got together to try to promote justice and equality for people of color. And Weathered Souls in San Antonio started it, and it's, I think, currently up to about 1,100 breweries in 20 different countries. In Japan, Kyoto Brewing made Black is Beautiful for this project. And the proceeds from the sales of the beer are supposed to go to some sort of a charity. Kyoto Brewing thought long and hard about this. The situation in Japan, there is some racial injustice here, of course, and it's perhaps less visible than in many countries. And Kyoto Brewing, after thinking for a while, decided they were going to donate the proceeds to Legal Rescue Squad, which is a group which is part of the Kyoto Bar Association, and so they are designed to give legal help to people who cannot otherwise afford it. And so the whole point of this is to draw attention to injustices that people of color face. And Kyoto Brewing made a big 10% Imperial Stout. 66 international bittering units. On Rate Beer, this one has only 2 ratings, and both of them were at 3.8 out of 5. Untapped, 88 ratings, a score of 4.01 out of 5, so pretty high. This beer cost me 660 yen at the brewery, and that would translate to about $6 or so in the U.S. Okay, so once again, Black is Beautiful, Imperial Stout at 10%, 66 international bittering units, 660 yen, 6. And let's give this one a go. I have my Double Craft snifter for this. This is a heavy beer. I want to pour it out slow. Oh my, look at that. Creamy and oily. Ah, oh boy, this is pretty. Okay, it is a very, very, very dark brown color with an exceptionally dark head. See the lace floating away there, and nothing's going to come through this, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, it is a very pretty, poured out, a little bit oily, viscous. Oh my, yeah, absolutely. So this stout has just barley malt, hops, yeast, and water. That's it. 4 ingredients, and oh boy. Now Kyoto Brewing has made some stouts in the past, and some of them have been quite good. I'm going to say this is about the best, just based on the aroma. Oh my. Some fumes, alcohol fumes, of course, some roast, big roast, slightly burnt maybe, deep dark chocolate, maybe some coffee, some like cafe au lait kind of coffee, not dark coffee. Smooth, chocolatey, rich, roasty. Wow. Warming from the get-go. beer had 8 different malts. I don't want to list them all. And Mercure hops, Cascade hops as well, and American ale yeast. Wow, this one is really smooth, creamy, chocolatey. The body is maybe just a touch light for the style, but it's creamy as can be. I'm surprised they don't have any oats or anything, flaked oats in this. This is truly marvelous. Kind of winey. But basically the roast malt and chocolate is the primary note here. It's delicious. Well, if you haven't had it already, they still are selling this on their website. You can buy bottles of this on the Kyoto Brewing website, and I highly recommend this one for sure. Absolutely exceptional beer. Black is beautiful, 10% Imperial Stout from Kyoto Brewing. Give it a go, and try several other beers from Kyoto Brewing if you have a chance. They are one of the very top breweries in Japan. Well, that's it for all.